Every culture tells a story. But when different cultures meet, those stories begin to transform. Through her art, Celine brings together diverse influences, creating work that reflects identity connection and the beauty of living between worlds.
I'm Celine Matahari. I'm a singer-songwriter, French-Indonesian, born in Dubai, and I can sing in 19 languages. My passion for music started when I was very, very small. When I was around 5 to 6 years old, I first started to learn playing the piano, and then the ukulele, and then guitar. But just generally, I've always been surrounded by music growing up. But I would say that growing up in Dubai, I've become really used to being surrounded by so many cultures, so many different nationalities. And I think that's what really kickstarted my passion for singing in so many different languages.
Why do you choose to sing in multiple languages?
Well, growing up in a really multicultural city, Dubai, I feel like it really helps closely connect with the audience. I believe that each language has its own cultural emotion, and singing in various languages helps me express different emotions and stories.
How would you describe your cultural identity?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I would describe my cultural identity as international. I don't like to stick to only one thing. I think that's something I really like exploring in music.
Interesting. So has growing up in Dubai influenced who you are?
Oh yeah, of course. Being surrounded by so many different nationalities wants to make you connect with people by learning their language, but using music, which is personally why I think music is a universal language.
So have people connected with your music even when they didn't understand the words?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. 100%. I think that so many people are able to memorize the lyrics without even knowing the meaning, the translations. I really think that that's the power of music, it really helps you feel like you belong to something or connect to something.
Have you ever struggled to define where you belong culturally?
Yeah, I'd say so. Being French Indonesian, I think most of the time I feel like I don't know where I belong. I don't feel purely French or Indonesian, if that makes sense. But basically where I am right now is an international community, which affects my cultural belonging. Actually, surprisingly, is something I enjoy. I think that I can adapt to things, or I can adapt to anything really, which is actually something I'm really grateful for.
What language do you feel like you're connected to more, or that actually expresses who you are?
Well, English was actually my first language, and the first song that I ever sang and performed in was French. But despite that, I feel that it's easier for me to express myself in English when it comes to music and singing. And let's not forget that English is actually an international language.
What challenges have you faced as a young multilingual artist?
Oh, I like that question actually. The first challenge that I faced is I get a lot of requests from people asking me to sing in a lot of new languages that I've never heard of or spoken in before. For example, a couple years back, I got a call in the middle of the night on a random Tuesday, and they asked me, they said, "We'd love it if you could sing for the Indonesian president, Bapak Prabowo." But the issue was that it was in such a short period of time. I only had 2 or 3 days to learn it, and it's not in my hometown dialect. I don't speak in that dialect that they're asking me to sing in. That was a lot of pressure for me. 2 days, it's for the president, that's a huge deal. But I managed to do it successfully, which I'm really happy about. But it's a lot of pressure.
And lastly, I would love to ask you, what have you learned about yourself through music?
Ooh, I love that question. Well, I'd say that overall, I mean, I learned that music literally has no borders or boundaries. But you know, I never expected that when I started this singing journey, this singing musical journey, that this would become what it is today. I learned that I can, you know, sing in so many different languages in short periods of time, and it eventually became my passion. I love connecting with people without having that boundary or border, which is language in music. And I hope that for the upcoming future that I can continue connecting with people through my music on an even bigger scale globally. But yeah, that's all I have for today.
Thank you so much, Celine, and good luck with everything in your career. Hopefully we see you soon in our next interviews.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.